Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So for today's video, I am so excited, but we're going to be reviewing the new Oden'S Eye Cosmetics Solmane II collection. I got the entire collection sent to me in PR. We're going to go over every little detail of this. We're going to create some beautiful looks, and I'm going to let you guys know, is it worth it? So you guys want to see what this collection is all about? Well, then definitely keep watching. This box is heavy. This box is really heavy. Okay guys, so this is a lot of stuff. Like, this is a lot of stuff, very intense. I don't think I've ever gotten this big of a collection from Oden'S Eye Cosmetic before, but I'm so excited to dig in here. So this is their new Solmane Volume 2 collection. It says that this is the second generation of the Solmane collection. This is inspired by the sun, the moon, and the stars. This collection consists of dreamy and ethereal color schemes. We hope to add more soft and dreamy colors to our springtime appropriate color collection. Now, I'm not going to sit here and go over all the price points for this entire collection because I'll just have them like listed right here for you guys. But before we dive in, I'm just so happy to say thank you so much to Oden'S Eye Cosmetic for gifting this to me in PR. And if you guys want to purchase anything from this collection, you guys can use code AllieD, which will save you guys 10% off your purchase. Now, this is an affiliate code, so I do get a small kickback. So if you guys want to support me, it's a great way to do so. And it's a great way for you guys to save some coin as well. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and dive on in. I'm so freaking excited. So the first thing we have is this beautiful box right here. This is their makeup mirror. Now this actually does come in two shades, purple or orange. But can we take a moment to appreciate like how gorgeous this unicorn is? Oh, you guys know I have a soft spot for unicorn. So I went ahead and I opened it up and I have the orange mirror, which makes me so excited because if you guys did not know, your girl's favorite color is orange followed by yellow. So this makes me so excited that I do have the orange mirror. You do the regular mirror followed by the 3x mirror right there. So freaking exciting. Then they're also rolling out with six blushes. That's intense. It's intense. So before we look over the blushes, I do just want to take a moment again to appreciate the packaging. They put so much detail in this packaging. I don't want to throw any of it away because you guys know how much I appreciate the small details in this. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to open up one on camera and then I will swatch everything on my arm for you guys so you can take a look at it. I just want to take a moment to appreciate the unicorn because there's a lot of thought that goes into that. So here is the outside packaging. Super freaking cute. And let's take a look at the inside. Just like look at that detail in the blush. So freaking cute. So freaking cute. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to pull out all the blushes out of the unicorn and I'm going to swatch them on my hand. I'm going to show you guys what they look like. Then we're going to move on to the highlighters, the gel liners, and the eyeshadow palette. Here is the shade B101 Sunset Clouds. God, here is this gorgeous W101 Rosita Love. Do you guys see how gorgeous this highlight is? It shifts between like a blush and a highlight. Do you guys see that? So freaking stunning. Then we have B103 Orange Sunny. W102 Peach Gleam. Again, do you guys see how gorgeous that is? Freaking stunning. Gorgeous. Then we have a W103 Sienna Luster. Again, look at that blush light. I'm gonna say blush light because it's a Sunlight Love blusher. So it's like a mix of a highlighter and blush mixed into one. And this is just gorgeous. And that very last shade right there, we have B102 Warm Sun right there. So once again, these are all the swatches. And I will say that these blushes are not very universal for me because they are very orange tone and I don't really know if an orange tone blush will look really pretty on me. We're definitely going to try it out, but I will say that these can definitely be used as highlighters as well. I think my favorite one is this shade right here. Where'd it go? Peach Gleam is absolutely stunning, followed by Peach Gleam is stunning. The Sienna Luster is stunning, followed by this shade right here, this Rosita Love. Oh, it's so pretty. Fuck my life. That is so fucking pretty. That's pretty. Okay, now we're going to move on to the highlighters. Okay, so just like they did with the blushes, they rolled out with highlighters. So first off, again, the packaging is just freaking beautiful. So on the blush, they focused more on the sun. On the highlight, they're focusing more on the moon. You guys can see that right here on the blushes, they do have the sun on the front. And then on the highlighters, they do have the moon present. So just like I did with the highlighters, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them, show you guys one by one. I'm so freaking excited. So the first thing we have is the shade Warm Sunshine. Just like with the blush, they have a beautiful imprint in it. The blush had the sun, the highlighters have the moon. This right here, this is going to be the shade called Warm Sunshine. This definitely is a duochrome highlight. It's really hard to tell on camera, but I can see the shift in here. Very, very gorgeous. Probably very flatting a lot of skin tones. But here we have the shade Warm Sunshine H103 Warm Sunshine. Gorgeous. Next, we have the shade H102 Pink Star. Again, this is a beautiful, beautiful duochrome highlight. It's probably kind of hard to tell on camera. I'll have you guys zoomed in just a little bit to look at it, but here is a beautiful duochrome. It definitely switches from like pinky green, like white, super freaking beautiful. Love this highlight. Here we have the shade H101 Moon Talk. I'm kind of going out of order, but again, this is a beautiful highlight. This is more just like a green highlight than it is like a duochrome shift, but it's absolutely stunning. Okay, so here we have the shade H104 Lavender Dream, and my God, this is a dream. Do you guys see that? It definitely has a lot more glitter in it though. So I feel like these are one of those highlights that's probably gonna be just a little bit of a pain to work with, but again, it's a beautiful like duochrome shift. I love the way this looks. Freaking gorgeous. Next, we have the shade H105 Azura Shine. Do you guys see that? Or Zora, however you guys want to say that. Again, very beautiful, very similar to the H104, but the only difference is that this one right here definitely has more of a blue undertone, and this has more of a purpley undertone. But again, it's very gorgeous. Like I said, I'll zoom you guys in just a minute so you guys can see that. And the last shade we have is H106 Rose Sky, which is going to be like a pink highlighter. So there are the swatches right there. Absolutely stunning. So stunning. Okay, so next they rolled out with the Solmane II Gel Liners. Now, if you guys did not know, I love gel liners. My favorite gel liners ever are the ColourPop's Creme de la Gel Liners. Now, they're not called Creme de la Gel, they're just ColourPop gel liners, but I like saying Creme de la Gel because it makes them sound fancy. But here we have their gel liners. Now, I have never tried any of Oden'S Eye Cosmetics gel liners before, so I don't know the formula, so I'm very curious. But I will say I absolutely love the packaging. I love that it came in a palette form, because when you open it up, like look at how cool this is. I freaking love this, and it makes it so easy because they have all the swatches right there along with the shade names, plus it's kind of like in the order in here. Super freaking cool. I will take a minute to swatch all these on my hand so you guys can see what these look like, but these are absolutely stunning. I'm so excited to see like what the formula is because I'm very particular about eyeliner. No eyeliner has ever beaten ColourPop. There's just something about ColourPop's liner that is just like a freaking chef's kiss. Unbelievably amazing and so affordable. So that's why I'm kind of curious to see what this one is. So I'm gonna go ahead, pause for a minute so I can swatch all these shades, and then we're gonna move on to the star of the show, which everybody wants to see, including myself, the eyeshadow palette. Just a quick heads up when pulling off this. Do you guys see how this is so tightly on there that it's actually like, it pulls off this part. You guys see like it's stuck in there, and then you can kind of see where it's pretty like empty. Do you guys see that? So I wonder how much product is actually in this. It's something to take note. I'm not trying to throw shade or anything like that, but do you guys see that like it's pretty like far back of it being empty? Like, do you all see like pretty far back? I don't know where it actually like begins. I want to say the liner might begin like somewhere around here. So you still get a pretty decent amount of product, but just take note that these things are kind of like sticking to the plastic and having a hard time coming off. They're very easy to fix. You just pop it back in. But my pink and orange are just somewhere thrown off on the ground somewhere because I didn't realize they were sticking. So just want to give you guys like a quick heads up about that. Okay, so I just swatched the entire thing. I'm still trying to find that little orange piece because I pulled it off my teeth and spit it out somewhere. But here are all the swatches. They are beautiful. Like, they swatch really beautiful. They are very, very creamy, just like ColourPop. So you have to be kind of careful because the shade black, it like, do you guys see? Like it came off. So like it legit, when I went to go swatch it, it broke. And that's nothing like, it's nothing like with their fault, because it's the same way with ColourPop. You just gotta be kind of careful about the pressure because they are cream liners. They can break very, very easy. But I will say these swatched absolutely beautiful. The shade Galaxy right here, the shade Golden Brown, and the shade Colorful Black, all are metallic liners. They definitely have some glitter in them. I'm not the biggest fan of glitter liners personally, but I will say these swatched incredibly beautiful. They feel just like ColourPop's gel liners, so I really do appreciate that. I love how pigmented they are, but the real test of these liners are going to be when I put them on my eye to see how well it holds up, particularly like the white shade, because this is the ColourPop Cream to Gel Liner, and I just am obsessed. I have 5 of these colors because these liners are just so pigmented. They're so freaking good. I love ColourPop's cream gel liners. They are incredible. And if they break, I really don't give a shit if they break because of the fact that they're so inexpensive. So, moving on to the last item in the collection, we do have Solmane eyeshadow palette. Can we just take a moment to just like appreciate the appreciate the unicarton. Like, holy crap, the unicarton is just so freaking gorgeous. I love Oden'S Eye Cosmetics packaging. They do such a phenomenal job at telling a story. They're so creative with their packaging, and even the back is just gorgeous. But what I'm dying to show you guys is the actual like eyeshadow palette itself. Ready? Are you guys ready for this? This is stunning. This is freaking stunning. Stunning. I freaking love it. If you guys have never had a chance to play with ColourPop, I would say that Oden'S Eye is very, very similar to the ColourPop formula. Like, so if you guys can't get your hands on ColourPop here overseas, you guys can definitely check this out because the formula is like almost on par. The formula here is incredible. The shadows are so creamy and buttery and they blend like a dream. The shimmers have such a pop to them. They're freaking gorgeous. So I'm going to take a minute to swatch all these shades for you guys so we can show you guys, and then we're going to dive in and start playing with this collection. I have to say this is probably one of the prettiest palettes I've seen Oden'S Eye come out with. It is just so damn stunning. So damn stunning. Okay, so let me go ahead and swatch these for you guys. Okay, so here we have all the swatches. Do you guys see how unbelievably gorgeous these swatches are? I have to take a minute to appreciate the shade Nebula. It's like this deep blue shade. First off, look at how nice this swatched. Come on. And then the shade Galaxy, again, look at how beautiful this swatch is. Come on, that is unbelievably gorgeous. And then my favorite shade in here is probably the shade Meteor, like this like light purple shade. I love it. I love it. I love it. I freaking love it. So here are all the swatches. This is unbelievably gorgeous. You can definitely see like the sun and the moon. You see like the moon followed by the sun. The way they laid this out really does captivate the sun and the moon. Like it really does. It's such a gorgeous palette. And the shimmers are just, oh my God, amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in because I am dying to play with this palette. Let's go ahead and zoom on in. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 different eye looks because I want to do a moon eye look and a sun eye look. So I'm going to do the moon eye look on this side, and we're going to utilize a lot of like the pastel shades right over here. So typically I would just go in and put my P. Louise base down, but because we are using pastel shades and I know how the formula is, even just by swatching it, if I use the pastel, it is going to not be as pigmented as I want it to be because the fact that it's pastel. So you do want to lay down like a color base. So I'm going to go into my P. Louise color bases right here to really help the pigment. I'm not going to do much, just a little bit just to get it going so I can lay the pastel shade right on top of it. Typically when it comes to pastel, they're not meant to be like super, super colorful. They're really easy to blend and work with. They're more for like a soft eye. Because I want to have more pigment, I am going to use my little color base today. So I'm just going to start to just pack this right here. Very, very, very lightly pack it in because I don't want it to take over the full color of it. Oh my God. I just opened my color switch. I haven't cleaned this out in a minute. Y'all, it just went all over my leg. Oh my God. I need to show you guys. It just went all over my leg. Oh my God. Oh my God. New color switches. This is insane. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this shade right here. This is the shade called Soft Cloud. I am gonna take it on my E35 brush, which by the way, if you guys did not know, my brushes did restock with bling brushes. You guys can use code Allie, which will save you guys 10% off your purchase. So I'm gonna take this. It's all over my mirror. I'm just going to start to just pack this right on top of that color. So see how it's like actually like has a lot of pigment to it, and this is going to help it stick to the eye and give it a lot more pigment than what it originally would have had. And again, it's not the shadow's fault, it's just this is how pastels are, so it's really nice when you have a color base to lay down with it. That way it really helps that color just to pop like it is right now. Oh, that is stunning. So freaking stunning. Okay, then I'm gonna go into the purple color base right here because we are gonna do like a halo eye. This one I'm gonna go very, very light-handed because I'm gonna put a shimmer in the middle. So I'm gonna go ahead and put just a little bit of this on my finger. Again, that's a lot. We're just going to just tap this right here. My hands are so dirty because of that damn freaking color switch. I'm gonna let that dry. So while that dries, I'm gonna go into the shade Meteor, like this beautiful purple shade right here. Like this is so freaking stunning. Oh yeah. I'm just going to start to just lay that down right between. Then before I blend anything out, we're gonna go into the purple shade Dream, a little moon crescent right in it, super cute, and we're gonna put that right on that purple, and then we're gonna start to blend everything out. So I'm just gonna take this, I'm gonna lay this right here on that purple. Oh yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, so before this eye does get finished off, because I'm still not done fully blending, we're gonna move on to this eye to do the sun look. Now, I can't tell if the shade Warm Light really needs to have a color base. It might not. I mean, maybe. So now I'm gonna go into my orange color base for this eye. We're gonna do the exact same thing, although this might be too deep in color, so we're gonna have to just make this work. Now we're gonna go into the shade Warm Light. This is all messy right now, super messy, but we're just gonna trust the process. Always, always, always trust the process. Go back over. I feel like I'm not talking as much because I am still listening to the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial right now. She's on stand. It's still her team questioning her. I'm dying to hear the cross-examination. Like, I'm just freaking waiting to hear them just nail her. All right, now I'm gonna go into the shade Sunlight right here. I really hope this works. We'll see if it just does. Like, I have it in a vision in my head, but I'm not really exactly sure if it's going to come to fruition, so we'll see. Mind you, it's all gonna be messy because I'm not done cleaning it up. I'm just like laying down the colors first and then I'll clean everything up. We're gonna go into the shade Solar right next to that. There's so much kick up in this pan. And there's definitely some fallout, so just be wary, guys. There is some fallout to this palette. Okay, so before I focus on blending, again, we're gonna take that shade Starlight one more time, and we're gonna take that on my finger, and we're going to just kind of tap that on top. Give it just a little bit more of an extra oomph in the face. A little bit of an extra pop. Okay, so this is really messy. It looks really bad right now. I'm going to continue to blend off camera because it just takes me a while to do that. Blend off camera. I'm gonna come back with my face pretty much on so that we can do the blushes and the highlighters and the eyeliners together. But this is pretty much the gist of the look. And I'll come back and also do the under eye together so you guys can see how I would do that. And then, yeah, that kind of completes like this look. It's kind of turning out the way I want, but it's kind of not turning out the way that I envisioned either. We're gonna make this work, I promise. Okay, so now that the face is on, we're gonna move on to finish off the eyes. So we're gonna go back into the eyeshadow palette right here, and I am going to take this deep shade Nebula right here, and we're gonna put that on the lower waterline, and then we're gonna blend it out with the shade Neptune, like these three colors right there. So let's see what type of look we can create. Hopefully it's good. So I'm gonna go into that Nebula shade. I'm gonna take it on my flat liner brush, my flat angle liner brush. I'm gonna take it, and I'm literally going to just stamp it right along the waterline, just like so. This is such a gorgeous palette, by the way. Perfect, now that we line that out, we are gonna take, oh, maybe I should take the shade Galaxy. Oh, okay. No, let's take the shade Neptune. We're gonna take the shade Neptune and we're gonna blend that out. and start to blend that out just a tad. This is so freaking pretty. Okay, so then I'm gonna take my small little like brush that I have right here. We're gonna go into that shade Hallucinations, like this like purple shimmery shade, and we're just gonna put it on my brush very, very lightly. I'm just going to kind of tap it in very lightly. Then we're also gonna go into the shade Deep Space right here, and we're gonna do the same exact thing, just to have a little bit of extra oomph under the eye. Take it and just tap that in. Oh, I do want you guys know that I used the new Dominique Cosmetics concealer today. I actually really like it. I got the shade Almond Milk. I actually really do like this concealer. It's full coverage. It's really weird because like it has like a metal applicator, so it's like it has like a nice like cooling effect to it. It's super nice though. I'm gonna do a video coming up very, very soon. I'm gonna do like a shop my stash, and I will pull this out so I can try it out for you guys on camera. But so far I've been really enjoying this concealer. It's really nice. It's very full coverage. It's very hydrating, and it has like a nice like cooling effect to it. It's super nice. It just sucks because I don't have the setting powder to go with it. But if you guys do want to try this out, you guys can use code Allie at checkout to save 10% there. But that's super exciting. Like I said, I'm gonna feature that just like in a shop my stash video, just so you guys can like see me wear it on camera. So now to move on to this eye, what to do about this eye. We're gonna go into the shade Galaxy, this like deep purple right here, and we're gonna line just like we did on that eye. We're gonna line just the waterline with it. Just line it. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so now that's lined down, we're gonna go back into that palette. And this time we're going to take the orange shade that we used earlier, the Solar shade, to blend that out with. Blend that out. Okay, so then we are going to take the shade Eternal right here, and we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to just kind of tap that underneath. We're going to go back into that shade Starry Sky right here and just go right back in that again. I think I'm utilizing like every shade. I think I just did. I think I utilized every shade in this palette. I use this shade to line my waterline for my lashes, but I use this entire row. I use this entire row, and I use this entire row. Holy shit. I just used this whole palette. Wow, you wouldn't even think that. Like, you wouldn't even think that, but I did. I just was able to use this whole palette. Okay, shit. Okay, shit. Okay, so I'm gonna let this settle down for just a second, give my eyes a break. We're gonna move on to the blush. So I wanna kind of use like 2 different blushes to see how it looks. So I'm gonna go in, I kind of wanna mix 2 of the blushes together. Go into the shade Rosita Love and Sunset Clouds. I'm gonna kind of mix these 2 together for blushes. For this side, and this side I'm gonna go a little bit more orangey. So I'm gonna take my F33 brush. I'm gonna just kind of tap into both, and we are just going to blush up the face. Ooh, tap, tap. Ooh, that's a really pretty color. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Then for this side, we're gonna take the shade Warm Sun, and we're gonna mix it with Peachy Gleam right here. We're gonna mix these 2 shades together. So I'm just gonna take that, and I'm just going to literally just tap, 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 tap. That is what you do. Oh. Holy crap, I didn't think I'd ever like an orange blush. I didn't think I'd ever like an orange blush. Oh my god. Wow, I did not think I'd ever like an orange blush. That is freaking insane. Okay, so for highlighters, what to do for a highlight today? I don't want green. Okay, so I think for a highlight on this side, I'm gonna go into the shade Lavender Dream. And I'm gonna take it on my little fan brush. I'm gonna take it, and I'm just going to tappity tap, tappity tap. So that's the only problem with this style highlight. It is very, very, very glittery. So you're not gonna be able to get fully the effect that you're looking for because it is super, super glittery, but it's there. It just isn't gonna be as pigmented as like a wet highlighter. It's like just very, very glittery. Very glittery. And then on this side, we're gonna go into the shade Rose Sky because it has like that pink orange undertone. And I'm just going to tap again. Very glittery. Beautiful shade for sure, but it just is like super, super glittery. Okay, so let me quickly throw on some mascara and then we're gonna then we're gonna finish off the eyes and then I'm gonna let you guys know my thoughts on this collection. I feel like the shade Mint would probably be really pretty. Oh, no, not the shade Mint. I'm sorry. Let's go the shade Lavender. I feel like the shade Lavender will be really pretty on this eye. It's super weird for me to do because I never do like a purpley liner. I always do like white because I feel like white is super complimentary for so many different eye looks. So we're going to take the shade Lavender and we are going to line my waterline. Hopefully it shows up. Okay, so this is that lavender shade. It's not really showing up the way that like I want it to show up. So we're gonna try it one more time, but we're gonna go into the shade Mint. Maybe Mint will give it a little bit more of an oomph. Kind of. Okay. Then for this eye, I feel like the orange shade would probably be really nice and I might put yellow on top of it to mix. We're gonna go in with the orange shade. Okay, and then I'm just gonna mix. My eyes are watering. Ooh, my eyes are watering. Okay, then we're gonna take that yellow shade and we're gonna put that right on top. And that yellow shade did absolutely nothing. Did absolutely nothing. Okay, so we're gonna go back into those two highlighters that I just used to highlight the inner corner and the brow bone because you guys know how much I love doing that. So I'm gonna go back into the same shade. And I'm just going to place that right here. Okay, let me go ahead and finish the lips off camera, guys, and I'll be right on back. Alrighty, guys, so this is the final look. Don't worry, I'll have everything that I'm wearing on my face listed down below for you guys so you guys can know exactly what I'm wearing. So with that said, we're gonna go ahead and dive into this collection. Well, first things first, we do have this adorable mirror. It is super cute. I will say that the 3 times is just a little like off-putting in just the slightest because okay, I have my 10 times mirror right here. They're super like amazing. But this right here, it kind of like almost distorts the face just very, very slightly. I'm not the biggest fan of how it's like distorting my face. It's like a little weird. I kind of prefer this one over it, but I will say the back of it, like the regular mirror is really nice. I do enjoy it. The packaging is super cute. You guys do get a choice between the orange and the purple for you guys to choose from, but I will say if you're gonna miss out on anything in this collection, you guys can pass on that one. Next, we have all the blushes. Well, I just want to take a minute to appreciate the unicarton. The unicarton is super beautiful. I love the way that it looks. Very, very cohesive with the theming of this. Then you actually have all 6 blushes right here. Now, I was actually thoroughly surprised with the quality of blushes. This is the first time I've ever tried any of Oden's eye blushes, so I was very, very impressed. And I do love the outside packaging where it has the sun. You open up, you do have the sun imprinted on here, and I love that these are like blushers, where they're kind of like a mix of a blush mixed with like a highlighter, and typically I don't like those. Typically, I tell you guys all the time, I'm not a big fan of a blush that has a little bit of luminous to it because I'm super oily. The last thing I want to do is add extra luminosity and glowiness to my face because my oil's going to do it for me. But there's something about these that are super nice because they're not fully embedded in the entire thing. They're like, they are, but they aren't. Like you have more of it on this side. You have a little bit of glitter in here, but it's more focused on that side. And obviously as you play with it, it is going to mix, but it's very subtle. It's very light. It's very gorgeous. And I was thoroughly impressed with the formula. But what really impressed me is I do have like this gorgeous, like, Rosetta Love, right? Like these blushers, freaking fucking gorgeous, right? Just freaking gorgeous. What I really do love is like, first off, this blush right here is super pretty. I use the shade Sunset Clouds. Very, very light, very, very peachy. As you guys know, I'm not really that big a fan of super like deep blushes just because I don't know, I feel like a little bit of that could go wrong so quick and I could just mess it up. So I do appreciate the soft subtleness of it and it's really beautiful, but what really took my breath away is this shade right here. This shade Warm Sun. I have never played with the orange blush ever. I am quite blown away with how beautiful it is. Like, excuse me? Mixing it with the shade mixing it with the shade Peach Gleam. I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with how gorgeous. Yes, it's kind of intense for sure. But it's freaking gorgeous, and I feel like it really complements the orange eye beautifully, and I just cannot get enough of how gorgeous this orange blush is. Like I said, this is my first time ever playing with orange blush, and I'm just like, holy shit. Where have I been? Have I been living under a rock? Because I have never played with an orange blush before, and now I'm just like, what have I been doing with my time? I've been wasting my time. This is stunning. Wow, this is super stunning. I highly recommend checking out these blushes. They are incredible. I really do love the formula. They're going to go in like, well, if I had an everyday drawer, they would go in my everyday drawer, but I will keep playing with them because they are stunning, super stunning. Then we have the highlights. Now, I will say about these highlights is that they are pretty. They are super, super pretty. Love that you get to have different choices of colors. Like you're going to have like the pink one. You're going to have like a duochrome, like purple, blue, freaking stunning. Like all their highlighters on here are actually really, really incredible, but they are duochrome. Now, the only issue that I have with these highlighters is the formula itself. Because of how it's formulated, it definitely is like a glittery highlight. Now, I like more of like a wet gleaming highlight, a, you know, glow from within, or just super freaking wet looking on the face. I love it when it looks like that. Now, glitter can give you that look, but it's glitter. So this glitter is going to get everywhere. It's not the easiest to work with. They're beautiful for like inner corner highlights, for brow bone highlights. They're beautiful for an eye topper or to mix it on the eyeshadow. But physically as a highlighter, I wouldn't necessarily go into this that often just because I'm not the biggest fan of like the formula of it. Because like I said, it is that like glitter, you know, it's not meant to be this super wet looking one. It's like a duochrome, and it's like has lots of glitter in it. So that's why I'm not the biggest fan of the highlighters in this collection. I will say they're freaking gorgeous. They are absolutely stunning. These are meant to be fun and played with, and these are meant to just like have fun, beautiful eye looks with them. You could definitely do fun like festive. These are great for like festivals, absolutely. But like an everyday wearing highlight, I wouldn't necessarily recommend them as an everyday wearing highlight, especially because they are that glitter base right here, and they're fun colors. Like truly they're fun colors. They definitely give you that glow, but they definitely give you that high shine. But I'm just never been a big fan of like glitter highlighters just because they're messy and they get everywhere, and it just makes it not as fun for me because it just shifts, and I just don't like having glitter all over my face. So then we have the eyeliners. Now I will say these swatched really beautifully on the hand, but I don't know. They definitely give you pigment. They definitely do give you pigment, but I just feel like I'm not overwhelmed with them. Like I still kind of prefer my ColourPop liners over this. These are very creamy. They swatch beautifully. They did go on the eye and they gave pigment. I like them. I do, and I'm going to keep playing with them, but I don't think they're like wowing. I don't think these are going to replace my love for ColourPop. I think I still would dig into ColourPop more than I would dig into these. Still really do enjoy them. I'm definitely going to keep playing with them because I really want to try them out. I kind of want to try out this white shade on my eye to really give it a test because I am obsessed with my ColourPop white one. This one is truly phenomenal. I use it every single time you guys see me do an eye look with white. It's always this one and the 5 other ones I have in my collection, but I really kind of want to try theirs to see how well it compares. But I will say I don't hate it in the slightest. It works. I'm gonna keep using them, but I don't think that they're the most wowing things in my personal opinion. I still prefer ColourPops, but I do love how you guys can buy the entire palette. It's super affordable. You guys get a lot of shades. I love how they laid it out. It's a really gorgeous, well thought out theme, and they were very, very creamy, but you have to be careful because they are super creamy that they can break if you put too much pressure. So last but not least, we do have the eyeshadow palette. Can we just take a minute to appreciate the beauty of this? So beautiful. And then on the inside, it's a dream. It's a dream. You guys know I love color. I love color. This is so gorgeous. Now I will say I did struggle with one shade, and that's the shade Meteor. I really had to dig my finger in here to try to give it to have more pigment, but I also had to be more realistic to myself, knowing that this is not one of those shimmers that are going to be like wowing your face like the shade Mercury and Starlight or Sunlight are. Those are more like wow in your face shimmers. These are more like toppers where you have to really kind of build them up. You might want to use glitter glue with them to really give you a little bit more pigment. That's what I had to do. I had to go in just a little bit more glitter glue to add a little bit of topper to it. But mixing the shades Starry Sky was really nice, and I really did love the shade Deep Space and Hallucination. So it's had a little bit more of a better quality to them than this one. But this isn't just because of Oden'S. This isn't just because of the palette. Like this is how it is on a lot of palettes out there. Typically when you have shimmer shades that are like this, they tend to be you tend to have to really build them up to get them to work in your favor. But the mattes in here are incredible. They're super pigmented. They blend very, very beautifully. There's definitely a lot of kick up in the pan. There's definitely some fallout on the face, so you guys have to be mindful of that. Same thing with the shimmers. They're so creamy and buttery, but they do have some fallout, so you gotta be mindful of that as well. But other than that, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I was able to utilize every single shade. It may not look like it. It does not look like it, but just even by putting stuff on the bottom line, like waterline, I was able to utilize it. And I think this is such a fun palette. I think it really does hit the theme of sun and moon. I think they did such a good job. I freaking love it. I love the packaging. It's truly beautiful. So overall, I definitely would say I'm very impressed with this new collection. This is my first time playing with the Solmane collection. I never did play with the volume 1, so I'm so excited to play with the volume 2. I was thoroughly impressed with some of the products in here that I did not expect to be impressed with, because I just never expected to fall in love with the blushes the way that I did with this. And I think this is an overall well thought out collection. I think it's super cute. I'm so grateful to Oden'S Eye Cosmetics for gifting this to me in PR. This is such a fun collection to play with. I had so much fun. I had so much fun creating this look. It was kind of fun to do like a moon and a sun theme. I freaking love it. I love it. I think I look really sexy in this. I think I look so beautiful. I love the way it looks. It's very complimentary, and I love color. I love colors. You guys knew I was gonna love it. So this collection, let me make sure I have the information correct. So this collection does launch on May 20th at 6 p.m. Swedish time, which is going to be 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's going to be 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So I'll make sure I list all the details about this collection down below. I will have all the price points on this collection. I will have when it launches, where you guys can find it, and if you guys want to use my code AllieD, it will save you guys 10% off your purchase. But it does launch on May 20th, 6 p.m. Sweden time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, guys, it's been a hot minute since I sat down and reviewed a collection. Well, it's been a week. It's been a week. What am I talking about? It's been a week, but this was so much fun. So yeah, that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, so I do post 4 to 5 videos a week. Please make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's R for Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, a huge thank you goes to all these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye. We're gonna go over every little detail. We're gonna go over every little detail of this. I'm gonna show you. You guys know I have a sauce. Moving. So those are really nice. I'm excited to play with those. But now, the Solmane, the son of a bitch. I'm gonna go into the shade Rosita. Son of a bitch. Because of the way that it's these are very creamy. They're very gel. These are very creamy. They did work really beautiful.